Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To be a hero, a person has to be selfless and put other people first.
A person is a hero because they're honest and trustworthy, and you can believe in them and they're brave.
They care about others.
You have to protect, love, and lead to be a hero. Just to be take people first before they do. So they fought in the war for us, not for themselves.
United States Army.
Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and the caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter march and right about, and the caissons go rolling along. Then it's high, high, he in the field until the ring. Shout out your guns, it's loud and strong, loud and strong.
The United States Marines.
From the halls of mountains to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
The United States Navy.
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day, day, day. Our last night on shore, drink to the foe, until we meet once more. Here's wishing you a happy voyage home.
The United States Coast Guard.
We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in you. Through surf and storm and battle,
United States Air Force.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come to meet our Lord, and boys take their gun. Down the dikes, lighting a flame from under, off on boys terrible foes. We live in fame, we're down in flame, ain't nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sing and you sing,
Veterans Day, to me, gives me the opportunity to think about all of those thousands of servicemen who sacrificed years of their life, and many the ultimate sacrifice of losing their life for their country.
I really thought about this, and I use it as my time to reflect on those guys that have gone before us, the World War II vets, the World War I vets, and the families that supported those guys as they went forward, especially the families that were left behind if something did happen to the men and women downrange. And it's just being a family man, understanding how all that kind of comes together. It's more of a sacrifice than just a number on a battlefield. It's the families and kids left behind. And I just take that day to kind of reflect on all those guys and the families that have put forward a lot for this country.
I don't know if it means as much to me as it did when I was younger. Okay, now that I've been around all these years, it's Veterans Day. It's time to honor the veterans. I go to the American Legion. They always have a nice deal, and it's nice. And it's nice to have people say thank you for your service. It does make you feel good.
Well, there's 2 days when we do kind of honor veterans. Memorial Day, but that's not just veterans, and that honors those who have gone before us. Veterans Day is the only day dedicated totally to veterans, past and present and active. So it's a very special day to me, and it's just a way of showing appreciation for the people who have helped maintain our lifestyle and the way we live.
Veterans Day means honoring dead and living veterans for helping our country.
It means a lot to me because I get to celebrate my uncle and my grandpa.
Veterans Day means to me for all the people that have lost their lives in war.
Well, Veterans Day means a lot to me because my dad was actually in the U.S. Army.
Veterans Day means to me that we honor the people that have fought in the war for our freedom.
This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner, alone against his or her suppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. The single red rose in the vase signifies the blood they may have shed in sacrifice to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. This rose also reminds us of the family and friends of our missing comrades who keep the faith while awaiting their return. The yellow ribbon on the vase represents the yellow ribbons worn on the lapels of the thousands who demand, with unyielding determination, a proper accounting of our comrades who are not among us tonight. A lemon on the plate reminds us of their bitter fate. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless fallen tears of families as they wait. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us this night. The chair is empty. They are not here. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home, away from their captors, to the open arms of a grateful nation. Let us pray to the Supreme Commander that all of our comrades will soon be back within our ranks. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and protect them and their families.
Probably the most memorable thing from my service was the day I got my dolphins on the submarine. And what that is you have to qualify on a submarine, which gets you the dolphins that you wear. And to do that, you have to basically learn the basics of every job and every system on the submarine. And that goes back to World War I, or back to 1900 in the first submarine, when everybody has to know enough that if some man goes down, you can step in and at least understand the basics of that job. Getting your dolphins is a big deal. And in 1975, on my second patrol, I got my dolphins on the George Washington.
There's been good and bad things. You know, the Vietnam War was a not a very popular war, and I know when I was real, kind of think about it. I was 19. I wasn't just barely 19, and I thought I had a 30-day leave. Well, I took about 21, 22 days, and I said, well, me and another guy that were traveling together, we said, well, we'll meet in Chicago and set our flights up and go to San Francisco, and that's where we were going out of. We'll spend a week in San Francisco. Well, we spent about 2 days there and reported to duty because I've never been to San Francisco and I won't go again. We got called baby killers and spit on and everything else. So we just reported for duty in Oakland and ended up going over there 5 or 6 days early. So, which meant we got 5 or 6 days early out. That was,
Being with a lot of the guys I'm with, most of them are highly educated. Some of them are Harvard graduates. They all challenge me intellectually. So just being with those guys on a daily basis just adds in itself memories upon memories. But one that I can actually cling to is sitting on the ramp of a C-130 at 6 o'clock in the morning, an aircraft getting ready to jump out, just watching the sunset come out, is a pretty awesome experience. Just to be able to stand above the clouds and jump out at 12,000 feet and just kind of watch the sun come up as it's all happening. It's pretty memorable and one that will stick with me for a long time.
That I got to know people from all over the country, a lot of different points of view, made some lifelong friends, people that I still talk to once or twice a year by phone. I visited a couple of them over the years. And it's nice to have friends that go back. Some of those guys you were with basically 24 hours a day for a year or more. You spent time with your friends on weekends. I I thought I knew those guys, especially 2 or 3 of them, as well as I knew my own brother, who was like 9 or 10 years older than me.
Who shall march with the veteran band, these who saved a united land? These are heroes humble and grand. Who shall march with the soldiers? You, the boys who will soon be men, soldier duties will yours be then. Fighting wrong in its darkest den, fall in and march with the soldiers. You, the mothers of days to be, you in whose hand is the future's key, you who will train the brave and the free, fall in and march with the soldiers. You, the makers of worthy laws, bold to lead in a righteous cause, deaf to falsehood and vain applause, fall in and march with the soldiers. You, the workers whose steady toil wrenches wealth from the mine and soil, victors who gather a bloodless spoil, fall in and march with the soldiers. You, all teachers of truth and right, you, all preachers of love and light, all who are fighting the people's fight, fall in and march with the soldiers.
My name's Richard Young.
My name's Bobby Tannehill.
My name is Donald Olszwoka.
My name is Christopher Belknap.
I served in the Army. I served from June of 69 through March of 71. I taught Union High for 26 years.
I served in the United States Navy from 1971 to 1979.
I was a school teacher here at Union High School from 1972 to 2000. I retired with 28 years in. When I graduated from high school, I was inducted into the service in 1967. I was discharged in 69 in September and continued my education.
I'm a chief in the United States Navy. I joined in 2008. I went to boot camp in 2008, still serving today, 2020, stationed over here in California, age 35.
Thank you, veterans.
Thank you for your service if you served in any branch.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Thank you, veterans.
Thank you, veterans, and have a great evening.